This program is the right decision. I designed that because, there's some questions sometimes that a client calls you and it would take you an hour, maybe longer, to give them an answer. I'm saying it's got to be a better way. All right. So I designed this program to take care of that because let's see that somebody calls you, especially my business client, but not even my business client. I mean, regular client. You have a phone call. Oh, my boyfriend just broke up with my boyfriend. I want to call him. When is the best time to call him? Well, you put their natal chart up and you do you look at the day, and you may say, well, Wednesday's a good day. But how about the time, to find the best time? We know that the day is good, but the time is even more important because even if the day is good, they pick a wrong time to do something, that won't work, okay? So, and finding the time can be a chore. I mean, let's face it, So, where with a regular astrology program, a question like that will take you an hour, all right? And so there's no money in that. And as an astrologer that's living solely on astrology work, to me, somebody calls me like that, it takes me 5 minutes. I give them an answer, and the answer is better than if I'd spent an hour trying to find out with a regular astrology program. So and my business client will have, oh, I want a meeting with my partner. I want to make an important phone calls. I want to do this. Well, very simple because with here we can do that. First of all, here you can check option house system you use, rulership and what have you. You can use modern or classical. All right. The help file here, if you click on the help file, these are all the videos that it comes with the program. Find the best time. You just click on it and say open, and there it is, and it will open something like this. And as you can see, it works. Okay, so as you can see, every one of our program comes with very, very knowledgeable videos. Okay, so you're not lost. And so now, the main thing you want to do is you click on here, and you load a natal chart. So I'll load my natal chart. Let's see, I want to make the phone call, and I'll just go up there and Alfie, blah blah, and there it is. So I got my natal chart. All right, it's up now. Now the next thing I want to do is if for instance a business partner said, I need to make this phone call today, that's different. Then let's see that today is July 25th. Then I can click on July 25th. I can say find the best time, and that will find the best time. Of course, we know in astrology that it's better if we give them the best date and the best time. Then, the chances are it's going to be a lot better for them. All right. So, but sometimes, my business partner or even I need to make that today. I don't have a choice. So there it is. I got their time up. I got the thing up, and now I can say the best time in the sky would be here because you can see that this is personal and this is general. So none of the best time would be here. You notice the clock is up here. So it's a good time. It's always better. All right. Like here. It's good, 11 o'clock. But personally, it's not good because personally, it's good here, it's good here, it's good here, it's good here. Those are the peak, all right? But if you can find a time when both are high, like this one right here, if I go right here, I say, oh my God, right here, 12:04. All right, the best time. So now I can look at what's going on in the sky right here. It tells me at the bottom what I use, what the artificial intelligence use, and the weight that I give. And then I look at the personal, and it says that the ascendant is conjuncting Jupiter, ruler of the fourth house, and ruler of the descendant. Remember, talking to a partner, blah blah blah. Okay, so as you can see, this is the best thing. If you want to look at the chart, just click on it. This is the chart right here. All right, and you can see how well that it fans. If you click somewhere else, the chart will be recalculated. You can click anywhere in here, just give anywhere on the graph, and you notice that's a different chart. And if I click over here, I go back and get the chart, it's still different. All right, so it gives you a chance to look at the chart also. All right, so but let's say a person says, well, you know, I have a very important meeting coming up, and you know, I want to find the best day to do it. So you can click on personal calendar here, right here. It's going to open a calendar, right? Nope, I double click on it, so I open more than one, but that's all right. I'll send the other one back. I want to meet with my partner. Notice I'm not a fast typer. Okay. All right. I want to meet if I want to, I can pick the house up by myself. See, I can go here and raise this up as I want. Just click this up. If not, then you click on it, and it says 1 in 7. So that's when I want to meet with my partner. So and then I'll make this big so we can all see it. We see a calendar, right? And we know that the calendar is for now, for July. But why don't we make it for August? Because, you know, I mean, right here. Okay. So now, you notice critical yes and no here. This is set for a normal orb in the artificial intelligence. So I'm going to say calculate. All right. Now it's going to take my chart and find the best day where, you know, the 7th house is strong, this is strong, and all that. All right. And as you can see, I got a few of them. But I say, oh, well, maybe I want to focus on a better one. So as I move this slider more towards the right, it tightened the orb. So let's see if I can find one now. Okay. And I'm going to click on it again. And, yep, it find one here. All right. If I go all the way here to the left, then it's the widest orb, and you can see I'll have more stuff on the calendar. There, see? Okay. So, you know, it all depends. I'll move over here and I'll calculate this, and you know, so I'll find out how many. Okay, I got 2 good days, the 5th and the, you know, first of all, you always ask your client, how soon do you want to make this meeting? Well, you know, in the next week. Well, if it'd be next week, it would be here, the 5th. All right. So now that you have that, you click on it. It opens up a little box, and you highlight it and say find the best time of the day. Now we know we're on the 5th. Now it's finding the best time of the day. So here we are. We've got the best day for him to make a meeting with his partner, and the best day to the best time to do it, to set it up for. You know, call his partner and say, I want to talk here, because we know that timing is extremely important. Okay, so now we got this. We can make it open right here. All right, so as you can see, these are not so good. There's one here, 6 a.m. in the morning. I don't think he wants to do that. But there's a very, very high one right here. And you can see the weight as I move up here. You see the bad and the good, the bad and the good. So as you can see, I move up here, I'm all green. So I know that for maybe he wants to be more over here where it's closer to, you know, to the time. Here it makes it 456, and it makes it 417. Or we could even go up here and make it a 10, you know, and then we can click on it. All right, and it tells you here what the planets in the sky and what the planet in this chart. So the Jupiter ruler of the descendant, you know, conjunct his 7th house, very good. And then we say, you know, I mean, we can go down here. We said that the descendant means that the ascendant conjunct Jupiter, and the part of fortune is on conjunct the moon. But when we look here, we know that, you know, maybe this is a little better in this chart. We can see all the green at the bottom here, but it makes it a little late. So let's say you say, well, it makes it too late. What the hell? You know, we can't do it here. We can go right back here. All right. And we're back into 1 and 7 here. I can click down on this and I can say, well, you know, he wants to make it, I'll make it less, and I'll find another day. Now you see how easy it is if you have to do that with a normal chart now. I know that I can look at the 6 here, and find the best time for that. Very simple. Just click on that and it's going to calculate it. See if I get better time for than I had before. I had good time before, but they were sort of late in the afternoon. And so I mark all of these down, and when I call my client back again, here's the date and here's the time. Pick the one you want. All right, at least you got 4 or 5 of them that you can offer him something. Now when we look at this, we can see here he's got some time 11 something. This is a lunch meeting, would be very good. Here's one right here that he can do. Again, this one is late, so we can go back into here. This would be too early, so we can go back here and say, all right, let's have a lunch meeting. And how about around noon? And we can go back up here and see what the thing is working for him at that time. So as you can see, it's a lot easier than trying, like you can see, I'm having a hard time finding something here. Just think if you were trying to do that with a regular astrology chart, all right, astrology program, you'd be pulling your hair, all right. So this, it's like anything. We can't make the time in the sky. We have to take the chart and see what's working around the chart. But with a program like this, we can always focus on, at least if he wants to do it this week, this is the best time for this week. It may not be the best time ever to make this meeting, but it's still the best time to do it. All right, so you can go and do all kinds of stuff. I want to see my mother. I could say here, I want to see my mother. So let's say I want to do that with my mother. All right, I can go up there. Let's say I'll spend mother wrong just for this. I'll forget an R, right? And I go up and do this. It's going to open this up, and it tells you the thing that you have in in our dictionary, not a full dictionary, but it's mother. So I just say okay. I've spelled it wrong. I'll say okay. He'll find it, and then I can do that. And I said okay. So. So it will go up and find it. Well, I want to find a mother, but it will, there. All right. So now, you can go up and you can do just about, if you spell something wrong, chances are you'll be able to recover. If not, you can always go back and type it up again. Usually I do it myself. And if you're sort of a halfway decent astrologer, this is I want to talk to my mother, something important. I rather use the 3rd, all right, and the 10, because this is me talking to my mother, all right. So I want, for instance, to go on a trip. I can say I want to travel. Look, I'm going to mark this down. I want to travel. Okay, there, travel. All right, and I'm going to say okay, and it's going to say short distance and long distance. We know long distance, the 9th house, short distance. Let's say it's a short trip, and I want to go there. I can do this, and it will find the right house for me, and see, it's 3rd house. All right, then I can find a calendar, blah blah blah, and then that will work. So as you can see, this is very good. Another thing that we have for this that's very very good is that, let's see, a boss, somebody asks you and say, should I have a meeting with my partner? Okay, first of all, he talks to you and he says this, so. It's a horary program also, so I say should, all right, I have a meeting with my partner. No, spell it wrong, so let's go partner. I think that's right. Okay, then you say okay. All right, and there it is right here. And first of all, with that, I'd have to make sure that I got the time of the day that he asked me the question. So all I have to do is click on this little wheel right here. It says, the question asked at, and I say now. Here and now, it's set for West Hartford. You can set it for anywhere. Here, I live in West Hartford. There it is. So it tells me it's 40% good. So if it was in the red, you say, you know, you can have a meeting with your partner. It's not going to work out. Yes, whatever you want to discuss with your partner is going to work out. It's in the green, 40% green. That's good enough to say a strong yes. It tells you here why it says a yes here. All the artificial intelligence when it comes through. We know that the core was Jupiter, the quisitive, his partner was Mercury, and it tells you exactly here what was going on with the aspect. But we chose to, to do that and find out right there. So as you can see, I can see the wheel too if I want to look at it. There it is. I can answer the wheel at the same time. All right. And you can see the ruler of the first house in the seventh. That gives you weight. Mercury here rules the the partner, and it's in the eighth house, and it doesn't do any aspect. It's past the aspect to Jupiter, but it's not afflicted. Mercury is not afflicted. As a matter of fact, it tries. No, it's it's not making any aspect. Mars not making any aspect. The moon is past the aspect to it. It's past the aspect to whatchamacallit. But anyway, for asking the question, we can't make the sky. We just can read the sky. So you can use it as a horary chart at the same time. And if it says yes, then you say, okay, I want a meeting with my partner, and you find a calendar, and it tells you when and when. So all of this thing here is excellent, because a client will call you. I charge $250 for an hour reading. All right, but the poor client is having a problem. Something just had a fight. Maybe with his girlfriend, and the guy is right. So the guy calls you and you say, "Can you help me out?" And now you can charge the guy $75 or even $100. All right, and it takes you 5 minutes to make that money. So as you can see, with this, you can be a bit lenient with your partner with your money. Otherwise, if you have to spend an hour and a half to find a time for him to call his girlfriend back, you've got to charge $250. I mean, this is what I charge. $250 an hour. And so with this, I can be lenient, and I can give him a real good time, 90% of the time, maybe 95% of the time, better than trying to do it with a regular astrology program, like trying to do with Star Trek. All right. Of course, Star Trek has got a lot of these functions in it, that will help me also. Especially Star Trek has a place where I can do a date. And I can say, okay, 1 and 3 because or 3 and 5. I want to talk to my girlfriend. Okay, 3 and 5, and then it will advance the wheel 1 minute at a time or 5 minutes at a time, depending on how you set it. And we call it fast selection. And then there's a big button that will tell you this is -10, -4. Then you can start seeing +40, +60, +90, +300, +400. Then it starts going down. So +400. That's the best time for him to do a thing. So we call it fast selection. This real good feature that I use, again, to give client the best thing. And as a professional astrologer and making a living in astrologer, you're only as good as your tools. I don't care what anybody says. You could be the best astrologer in the world, and if you don't have, you can do everything with solar fire, Kepler, whatever matrix has, you can do all of that. But it's always better when I can do it better and faster and give them the right answers. They'll come back. You see what I'm saying? They'll come back. Okay. Now, also here, let's see that Carol and I wants to go on vacation. And I can put a family in here. I can add my wife Carol in here. I can add her chart somewhere around here. Carol here. Okay. So okay, there's Carol. Then I can say I want to go on vacation starting this time and this time, T min and T max, when to, and then just hit calculate, and it will tell me both of them when we're both into doing what I need to do. And it's going to work with the question that I ask over here. All right, it's going to work with that question that's set up in the background. So now I can say, okay, I want to travel. Here it is. I can start traveling right here. So that's the way it goes. I mean, so one thing about this program is that it does a lot of, different things. I mean, you can do everything. And here it tells you the planetary hours, the planetary day, and the lunar mansion. So as you can see, it's a horary program. It's a time when you can do a lot of different things, and it works. That's the best part about it. You can see that, and I love the program. All right, I use this program maybe 3, maybe 5 times a day at least. All right, because of the client calling you, so that makes it good.